Buddy, thank you very much for your patience and for your emails over this week. I know I did not get a formal video, but a common question I did get was just how to get started on this chapter 1. So I'm looking forward to digging into your first rough drafts of your chapter 1 this Sunday and Monday after you turn it in. I'm also in the process of trying to see if I can locate a model chapter 1 or an example for you, because I know there's not one available currently. But in the meantime, just getting started is really important. So I'm not going to talk too much about good and bad research questions, because that's going to happen through the iteration and editing process and our office hours and all that kind of stuff. But I just wanted to talk about some simple technology tricks, if you will, to help you use your template and the rubric to your advantage when writing, to make sure that you cover all the points. So what I have here is the Exploratory Capstone Project Writing Template. Okay, if you don't know where to get that, you should all have your own copy of that. You would simply go into the Capstone Resource section here, and it's right there. I have the Google Doc version right there. Very important to do all of your writing in this space. Don't do separate documents. Keep building on this template. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a copy of my own. So I have it, and I'm going to get out of here and have my copy available. I'm going to change this to my name. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to scroll down to where I'm working on right now, and that is my chapter 1. And the cool thing about this is the parts of your chapter 1 are already done according to APA 6th edition heading levels, with the problem, the purpose of the study, your subjectivity statement, and your definition of terms. This is where you should be writing. So now I'm going to go to the assignment rubric. Okay, and the assignment rubric is essentially derived from the rubric for the whole project. So here I have the rubric for the entire project. That can be found right here. Okay, and then if you look at the assignment description right here, okay, for assignment number 2, it's derived from the rubric. So let's open that up. Oops, sorry. And what it simply does is it takes the rubric and it puts it in question form. So each of these points here are all derived from these points from the rubric for the problem, purpose of the study, the subjectivity statement, and the definition of key terms. Okay. So what you have here is a brief description of what's happening here and how you do it, and here you have exactly what you need to do. So what I like to do is I like to copy this, and I'm going to put that right here. I'm going to go into the purpose. Boom. Boom. And I'm not really going to worry about formatting here. I'm going to go to the subjectivity statement. And this is really, I'm sure all of you have already done this, but it can be a nice way to just organize your work so you're not guessing what to write. Okay, so I have all of that here, and then insert my writing here up above. Okay, so that way now I have a really nice template where I'm going to write, and then I have all the things I need to do about critical self-reflection, clearly stating the problem, reflection on the current state, articulated the purpose, tied it to my reflection. Do I have primary and secondary research questions? Did I self-reflect? Did I consider my bias? Have I considered my limitations? Have the main terms been selected? Have you used citations to note those terms? So all of these things are here, and now I can really start writing and do some quality control as I go back and forth. After I've done that, then I just go through here and I just clearly read this narrative to make sure I get the general idea of what the problem and the purpose of it is about. Provide a brief description of the project that seems to be the best fit for you at this time. And that's the huge thing here. You want to double dip. You want to do things that are going to help you in the classroom, even if it's so specific you think nobody would be interested. Do this by briefly discussing the problem's concern and your rationale for solving the problem or understanding the issue. So it doesn't have to necessarily be some sort of efficacy study or research study. You can describe the current state of the problem and look for possible solutions that have already been researched, that have already been published in the literature, and then pair those against one another to perhaps propose some sort of intervention. We'll be talking a lot more about that in Chapter 2. When you're writing your research questions, make sure you do not ask a yes or no question. Research questions are not always simple, basic sentences. They are very detailed and can be quite wordy. Please review this article to assist you with your step-by-step assistance with developing your question. So make sure that you are taking a look at this, reading it carefully, and paying really, really close attention as you do your assignment. Okay, so hopefully this little simple process or hack for inserting the rubric right into your paper was helpful for you.